What's up, guys? This is Bobby Douglas, and we are back with the second half of the San Diego State Fresno State game, where we're taking a look at Malachi Flynn. I came away really impressed with Malachi Flynn's first half performance against Fresno State. I thought he showed his potential as a three-level scorer, and I also thought he played really hard on both ends. So let's get right into the second half right now. So again, he's going to be on the right corner right now. And we go watch him play. So again, Flynn just went. So he was attempted to get screwed. He got screened 3 times on that play, and he barely lost a step on his man. So that was really impressive. Again, good quickness right there. Good contest, even though the shot went in. But again, he was right there stride for stride. And again, he did a decent job funneling him away from the basket. His man just made a tough floater. So looking for Flynn, and let's see what he does here. Late in the shot clock. Again, that was such a good play. I love those screen and rolls. That should have been that should have been an assist for him. I love those screen and rolls, and he just totally manipulated the defense right there. Just kind of waiting, being patient, just waiting for his time to make a decision. Ultimately made a perfect decision and led to a wide open 3. But ultimately the shot was missed. But still, that was a really solid possession and pick and roll for Malachi Flynn right there, I'll say. Right there, I think he might have gotten a block, or at worst, it was a really good contest. Another really good kick out. He traveled first, but that was a really good high-level pass from Malachi Flynn. Maybe led him a little bit too far, but still, I like the way he's playing right now. But again, I'm a huge sucker for the pick and roll master in drafts. So, for example, this year we'll watch a video on him later, obviously in the season. But Cassius Winston, I think, is probably the best pick and roll guard in college basketball, and I'm really excited to have a video on him because, again, I just love watching guards manipulate pick and roll situations. I think that's such a translatable skill in the NBA. And so I really like doing that. Malachi Flynn did a really good job right there of splitting the difference between the two people on the perimeter. Ultimately forced the guy on the left wing to take a semi-contested 3 when if Malachi Flynn totally committed, the guy on the right wing would have had a wide open 3. So that was a really smart play from Flynn, just splitting the difference right there. And again, being in 2 places at once. He just knows where he is on the court, is great positional awareness. And so, yeah, I really like him as a prospect. That was just a bad pass. Flynn that time got around that screen. Butler did a good job covering for him. That time, good job shoving away the ball screen the DHO screen right there, and then he got a contest because that was a pretty solidly run play from Fresno State right there. Good job helping and recovering. Again, that's the pack line for you. So San Diego State's really, they aren't afraid to help one pass away. I like that he went in for that rebound. I think it's going to be San Diego State ball. Yeah. Malachi Flynn did that right there, but again, I like how he's not afraid to help one pass away. That's a system with the pack line. Again, San Diego State would rather allow 3s than shots close to the rim. So that's the whole purpose behind this. So they're really aggressive and helping off the ball. And if that relinquishes a corner 3 or an open 3 from the wing, then so be it. They'll rather take their chances with that than they will with a lane towards the basket. And right now we're going to see Malachi Flynn shoot free throws, where he was an 86% free throw shooter, rounded up. And so obviously that's a really good percentage. So yeah, I mean, this guy has no question marks as a shooter. Pretty textbook form, can get it off at different angles, Knock that one down. I think he was 7 of 7 from the line. in this game. So we'll see a lot of him from the free throw line in the second half, since he didn't shoot any free throws in the first half, obviously. Yep, knocked that one down as well. So right there, he probably ignored his help duties a little bit. I would have liked to see him cut off that drive right there. So you got a screen. Ooh, good job shaking him. He wanted that. That's a really just high-level play. And again, I love the willingness to just audible on the fly like that. And again, that's not really an analytically correct shot, like one step inside the three-point line, but it's a basketball shot, So I like those plays where he's just reading the defense, taking what the defense gives him. And again, if it's a long two-point jumper, so be it. He was wide open and he knocked it down. So I really like that play from Flynn. That time, really good job moving his feet and just cutting off any penetration off that dribble drive right there. Forced a kick out. We got a media timeout here, so I'll skip ahead. There we go. So again, Flynn, let's see what he does here. DHO. Ooh, that's a nice play. I like that. They tried to set a back screen for Wetzel for a layup. They didn't get it off, though. Let's see what Flynn does here. Again, really good job just manipulating the defense, using creative dribble moves, and ultimately a nice kick-out pass to, I think that was Matt Mitchell who hit that three. Matt Mitchell, by the way, I have him, I think, in the 90s of my unofficial top 100 right now. Again, this San Diego State team had a bunch of really talented players, and they all fit perfectly together. And so it was a very fun team to watch. Unfortunately, my apartment at school, we had a built-in cable thing, and we didn't have CBS Sports Network, and apparently all the Mountain West games are on CBS Sports Network. So I didn't get to see Malachi Flynn and San Diego State play a whole lot during the regular season, unfortunately. It took a lot of just watching him on YouTube, watching highlights, watching San Diego State highlights. And again, I wasn't a guy who bought San Diego State. They were a good team, obviously, but I was probably going to have them losing in the Sweet 16 of the tournament just because I didn't really buy them. Playing against some of the top 4 seeds that we were going to see. But, they were definitely a good team. So let's see, he's got the ball right here. Again, calling shots on offense. Let's see who does. So again, those are types of shots where, again, he's used to making and taking and making those shots. Again, I'm not a super big fan of those types of shots at the NBA level. Let's see if he gets this ball. That's going to be Fresno State ball. That all started with a Malachi Flynn deflection on the perimeter as well. But again, those pull-up threes with 20 or more seconds left in the shot clock, I'm not a huge fan of those. But again, watch this. He's going to get a deflection right there. And then he's going to hustle for the ball. Really smart play from Flynn right there. They're looking for him. Going to get it. So again, he lost his balance along the baseline, and then he was immediately into a sprint to try and get the ball. I just love that. He does have that quickness, and he does have that intensity that I really, really like. And again, this wasn't the best game in terms of his showing his passing ability, but I think he's shown enough to warrant serious praise as a passer overall. Again, right there, another good job just getting around that ball screen. And I love that mid-range pull-up that he has in his bag. We've seen that a few times so far, and there's a timeout for Fresno State right here. But again, people act like the mid-range is dead. The mid-range is not dead. The mid-range, in my opinion, now, it is the indicator of a true scorer, in my opinion. If you have a mid-range game, you most likely have a three-point game as well. And obviously, you have a finishing game. So, listen, the mid-range has become a lost art, in my opinion. You see a lot of guys who are labeled as 3-and-D. And obviously, I like the 3-and-D guys. But again, the mid-range guys, every single NBA star right now has some semblance of a mid-range game. You look at Kevin Durant, mid-range game. LeBron, mid-range game. Other stars. They all have mid-range games. Harden is the only star that really doesn't shoot a lot of mid-range jump shots. But you look at all the really impressive scorers outside of Harden, they all have mid-range in their bag. Kawhi has a mid-range game. It's a good take. I don't know who that is. Is that a Gueco Rope? I think it is, yeah. He's a guy I really like next year for San Diego State. I remember watching him at the Maui Invitational. I wasn't there, but I remember watching the Maui Invitational games his freshman season, which was the Zion Duke year, so 2 seasons ago. And I came away really impressed with Gueco Rope. And he's going to be a guy that San Diego State looks to a fair amount next year, since they're losing Flynn, Wetzel, and I think they're losing Mitchell, right? So Flynn's playing a little bit more on the ball in the second half than we saw in the first half, which, I mean, is his natural position. He's a point guard. And he's really a guy who can do it all. He can score if you want him to score. He can pass if you want him to pass. He can defend if you want him to defend. It's a tough shot. Wouldn't have taken that one. Good hustle. Ooh. Let's see if he hit that three. Damn. That was good hustle, but again, those shots I'm not a huge fan of. But I think in the NBA, he won't really be in the position to take a lot of those shots. So I'm not really worried about his shot selection. I think overall that's very good, and I think he's a really smart player. So again, I'm not really worried about that. But just some shots in this game seem a little bit forced, in my opinion. So here's Flynn, who's going to operate on a ball screen again. That time I would have liked to see him take a little bit more of a dribble inwards, but, I trust him. Let's see what he does here. Immediate pick and pop into a DHO ball screen. And Flynn's going to attack right here. Let's see what he does. Again, he's so active, so quick twitch. You'll never see him in the same spot for more than a second at a time, which I really like. And so there are just so many things to like about Malachi Flynn's game. Watching this game, I'm convincing myself that he should be a first-round pick, honestly. So Big Board 2.0. I'll probably try to release one every month or so. Big Board 2.0 might have Malachi Flynn a few spots higher than he currently is. So they're going to set a ball screen for him. And again, really good job just weaving in and out, using his body as a shield again, as we saw in the first half. Let's see what he does here. He's looking for something. So again, that's another shot. I wish he would have probably utilized a little bit more ball movement there, kicked it out to the wing. But again, when you're the go-to guy averaging 17.6 points a game, I get it. I think you got to pin down. I think it's foul on Fresno State, it looks like. So it looks like they're getting a floppy for him. Couldn't get the ball where they wanted to, though. But he just came off 3 screens. Pull up 3. Again, he wasn't super on with his outside shot today. That's a travel. Double dribbles. Oh, never mind. But, he's a very competent shooter. I'm not worried about that at all. Just an off night for him on that regard. He still had a pretty solid game, in my opinion. That time kind of lost him on the backdoor alley-oop play, but they didn't make the dunk, so that's interesting. But that one's probably on him. He didn't rotate over. So he's Flynn again, staying with him stride for stride. I like that. Head on a swivel. We got a charge. Yep. It's a solid defensive possession from San Diego State right there. Oh, good backdoor cut from Flynn. Did he get it? Let's go. That's a really good play. And again, that change of pace, he's always moving around right there, set him up perfectly, and an easy backdoor cut for Flynn. That was a really awesome cut and finish from him as well. That time almost got another deflection there too. And he goes in there and grabs the rebound. That was probably his best sequence, I think. That was just such an explosive cut. We got a media timeout here, so I'll skip this. Back when Auburn was undefeated. I don't think Auburn played anybody, though, during that stretch. So then Flynn looked, again, a little bit of a stunt. Got back to his man, and now he's on the ball. Good defense overall. Good job not foul. Oh, they called him for a foul. Yeah, okay. So right there, I don't really like the idea of just kind of putting your chest into a shooter in the air. I just think they'll call a foul on that more often than not. We'll see it right here again. So right there, there's no need for him to jump with his right, to lead with his right foot and try and land there. I would just like to go straight up a little bit more because he was going to contest the shot regardless. And so I would have liked to see him just go straight up there. Yep, that's the play they ran earlier. And they did. Ooh, Wetzel just didn't finish. They did the same thing where they set a back screen for Wetzel. I think Mitchell set it both times. And they tried to get him open on a little roll, but he couldn't finish the lay-in. So again, use the ball screen again. That time I like the picking up of the dribble right there and just kind of moving the ball around, seeing what you got. Again, I think he's a really, really smart decision maker. And listen, he was the leader of the San Diego State team too. He carried them on offense at times. He was a very solid defensive player, obviously. We got a foul here, so I'll skip this. So let's see what he does. So he's standing still right now. I want to see him move. Yep. And there he goes. Looks like he was trying to set him up for a backdoor again, and this time he just kind of weaved through towards the top of the key, and nothing there. It looks like, San Diego State got the ball back. Again, that hustle is going to be really... I'm kind of excited for San Diego State next year, too. I know they lose a lot, but I think they bring back KJ Fagan. I'm not 100% sure about that. And then Agueka Rope, I think, is going to be really good for them next year as well. And I'm surprised they're not a bigger recruiting hotspot. They're in a really good area. They have a decent basketball program, a basketball program where you can go there, expect to win, and expect to compete on national stages. So, I really don't get the... I think they're going to start to get a lot more highly touted recruits. We got to travel there. But like them, Dayton, those types of teams, they got great coaches in place. History of winning. Really awesome fan bases, too. Dayton and San Diego State. Amazing fan bases, both of those schools. Viejas Arena is insane from what I've heard. And then obviously Dayton. I don't know the name of the arena. I got to get to a game there too. I should have gone this year, but couldn't find the time. So here's Flynn coming up. Let's see what he does here. Into a ball screen, into a pull-up three. He got fouled there. Again, nice job. So let's see him shoot free throws. I think he's going to shoot 3. Again, really good job. Just really comfortable pulling up from 3 and right there. Just, I don't know if that was really a foul there, but good job just, staying intact and online. Just nice shot. I think he made that free throw. It would have been nice if ESPNU could have shown that. However, I understand that they need to show Malachi Flynn shooting the free throw rather than the basket. Here's Flynn again. Again, really nice form. Everything looks good. Nothing really to complain about on that end. There's another one. Good job getting that rebound, extending for it. Really high-level pass. Good finish as well. That was a good play. Just grabbed it and just chucked it ahead. Perfectly on line. Easy layup for San Diego State right there. Someone's digging down. Looks like we got a foul here, so I'll skip ahead. And nothing's really going on. Yeah, there's a replay of that, Pat. That's a dime. Again, he went up, extended for that rebound. Perfect pass. Easy basket. Good job turning in. Oh, that's a really good play from Flynn. Good Lord, that's awesome. Wow. First of all, he cut off the backdoor cut, or at least he obliterated that. Then he sneaks up. He leaves his man, actually. He left his responsibility to his man, snuck up behind the post guy and got the steal and the layup. That was an awesome, awesome play from Flynn. Really, really good. Let's see if they show a replay of that before. Yeah, let's see. Again, snuck up. And before that, he left his responsibility. That's just his instincts kicking in right there. Saw an opportunity, took it. Good maneuvering right there, and he finishes with the layup. Really, really high-level stuff from Malachi Flynn right there. That's awesome. So again, Malachi Flynn engaged defensively right there on the ball. And right now again. That's a charge. Yep. I'm going to call that every time. I hate those charge calls, but it is what it is. That time looked like a turnover. That's just tough. So again, this is a Gueca rope handling the ball right now. I mean, looks pretty good to me. I don't know. Again, I don't know if he even started for San Diego State this year, but you know, I hope he's going to play well next year because I have a lot riding on that. So again, Flynn again. Look at how organized San Diego State is defensively. They're all moving at every single pass, every single switch of the ball. They're all just moving in unison, which it's really cool to watch too, just from a team perspective. Got another free throw here. It's right there. They're trapping. That should have been a foul. Yeah. I think San Diego State's in the bonus, so I'll skip these throws. Malachi Flynn did decent job tagging the roller right there. He kind of sniffed that out. And San Diego State, as a team, did a really good job recovering right there as well. Final 3 minutes of action here. I think this is Wetzel. Yeah, Wetzel shooting free throws, so I'll skip these. Good contest from Flynn. Again, he did the same thing where he kind of just put his lower body into the lower body of his man. I'm not a huge fan of that. Just because I think he opens himself up to getting a bunch of cheap foul calls against him. So I wish he'd just contest straight up. Because honestly, I understand that he's worried about not getting high enough to contest these threes. But honestly, like lowering your body isn't going to do a whole lot more. And I think the risks of that in terms of getting fouls called, I don't think it's really worth it. Because you saw it right there. He did that, and he still gave up a pretty wide open look just because of his short stature. And so he can't really control that. So I understand that he's trying to mitigate that factor, but I'm not really a huge fan of that just because I think you're going to bail out shooters a lot more often than you are going to impactfully contest that three. So Flynn's just staying with him. Good job, getting over that. It's a good lay-in, but I thought Flynn did a really good job getting around that screen and at least trying to cut off that pass. And it's a turnover from San Diego State. Oh, find him on the block. Good job by Flynn actually cutting that cross-court pass open. Cutting that cross-court pass off, I should say. And Malachi Flynn almost got the steal. I think that could have been a foul as well, but it's going to be, I don't know whose ball that is, but they're probably going to review it. Yeah. San Diego State ball. But again, Flynn is on the floor, hustling, you know. This guy's going and one on him right now. I think that's, I can't see the number. I think it's 10, so Fagan, yeah. Good job, Wetzel getting that offensive rebound, and then Flynn's gonna go get this. Yeah, he can sense it. He has that look about him where he's just kind of like, oh, he just get me the ball and get out of my way because, everyone else doesn't look like they can dribble right now. So. You got a foul here, I think, so I'll skip these. Good job splitting that trap. And again, look at this. That is so good from Malachi Flynn. That's just knowing. That is so good what he did right there. Again, using his body as a shield and forces that Fresno State defender to foul him from behind for 2 easy free throws. This basically ices the game as well. That's just an awesome, awesome high-level, high IQ play from Malachi Flynn right there. And he'll make both. Yep. Again, soft release, soft landing on the shot. And there's his 22nd point of the game. Is he going to pull up? Hell yeah, that's a good shot. I think Malachi Flynn was guarding him there. I mean, he did a thing where it looked like his man kind of extended his leg out. But again, that's a thing, though. He's not going to really be a three-point contester. So I don't understand why he's running into guys a whole lot anyway. Good job on that roll. Could have been a little bit better of a pass. But again, goes in there, gets the rebound. He's going to dribble out the clock. What a way to end it for him. Just an all-around great hustle game from Flynn. And that's it. All right, so with that, I'll end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think Malachi Flynn's a really fun player to watch just because of how hard he plays and how easily basketball comes to him, it seems. He really is a point guard maestro running out of pick and rolls, 3-level scorer. So very fun game to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, and I will see you tomorrow for another breakdown. Thanks.